I do have good news to share with respect to Alberta and the relationship with the federal government and some of the state governors. With respect to the federal government, we've been asked to participate in two committees, one on carbon capture and storage, which we made a very substantial investment, and the other is on electrical smart grid. This is more on a technical side, so that we get, again, facts, information, good engineering, good comprehensive information, so that we can build the policy on this. I know that in Alberta, many people focus on the oil sands and think that that's the major contributor to carbon footprint. It's not. It's coal-fired electrical generation. And the fact that many of the plants are closer to some of the existing oil fields and gas fields gives us an opportunity to capture the carbon, inject it in the oil fields. Not only will we reduce the level of carbon, but we will also enhance oil recovery. And it may be quite sizable in terms of the volume of enhanced oil recovery, which again will pay back quite a sizable return on the royalties that we'll collect extracting oil from established fields. The other important point is that we will not have to disturb more land. The established fields are there. We'll use the same roads. Don't have to drill new wells. Again, less disturbance on our land, and use the same infrastructure that has been in place for a number of years. So it's a good news story, and I know that having just recently visited Texas, the state of Texas and Alberta will be working on a couple of projects as well, and also tying our research in the environment together, especially in nanotechnology, carbon fiber, being able to carry electrical current further without any line loss. This is a state-of-the-art technology. So, yes, a tremendous value in the Washington office. It's co-located in the Canadian Embassy. We're the only jurisdiction to have an office co-located in Washington. But it is reaping benefits, especially now when there is a bit of a risk of having a policy implemented that may put quite a larger onus on a very small population, 3.5 million people in Alberta, in terms of energy cost and production.
Honourable member.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair, and those are extremely valuable clarifications. I do have a question about the branding campaign for the Premier. It does relate to my previous question having to do with our friends, and I mean our friends, in Washington, D.C. We've had all sorts of feedback on the branding, and I suppose that's quite natural in that it's very near and dear to the hearts of Albertans and how we communicate with people well beyond our borders. And that's the lead up to my question. What can our Honourable Premier tell us about the role that our representatives in Washington have when it comes to supporting this new brand campaign? So again, what role do our representatives in Washington have in supporting our brand campaign?
Honourable Premier.
The branding campaign will be in partnership with our office in Washington, because the logo, video, all of the information will be able to tell Alberta's whole story to not only people in Washington, decision makers in Washington, but also to state governors, especially the Western Governors Association will be taking that this spring. We're also going to, again, state of Texas. We're going to be doing some work in California. So these are all important areas of getting the correct information out. Really, the branding speaks to our values. And these are values that govern our decisions about energy, they honor our decisions with respect to environment, and also to the economy. And it is the time to do it. Alberta has such a positive story, and it's amazing. Even when I was in Texas and met with the governor and some of the private sector individuals. And in fact, the economists at Rice University were not aware that in the province of Alberta we have a flat tax. 10% flat tax, doesn't matter how much you earn. They were overwhelmed. They only thought in Texas would they have a tax situation like that. So that tells us that we've got a lot of work to do. But we also have to clearly articulate to U.S. decision makers that we develop our resources responsibly, be clear on the very tough water regulations we have, pipeline regulations, how we drill wells, because they just do not have that information. And the only way to do it is to work with them face-to-face and through the branding initiative.